Yo, what's up everybody? We're diving deep into something that hits close to home for many of us, multicultural parenting in North America. We're talking about the joys, the struggles, the triumphs, and the facepalms that come with raising kids between two worlds. Because let's be real, trying to blend your rich cultural heritage with the melting pot of North American life, it's like trying to make a perfect biryani burrito. It sounds delicious in theory, but the execution? That takes some serious skill. First up, let's talk about the language barrier. Imagine this. You're trying to explain the importance of respecting your elders to your kids, but the words just aren't landing the same way they did back home. And don't even get me started on trying to help with homework when the textbooks look like they're written in ancient hieroglyphics. It's like trying to explain the plot of Inception, while simultaneously learning to speak Klingon. It's a lot to process. But here's the kicker. You're also fighting to keep your native language alive in your kids. You're battling against the relentless tide of English, desperately trying to pass on the beautiful nuances of your mother tongue. You're trying to explain that chup doesn't just mean quiet, it's a whole vibe, a cultural understanding. It's an uphill battle, my friends, but trust me, the struggle is real, and it's something so many immigrant parents face every single day. Now, let's talk about the cultural tightrope walk. You're trying to instill your cultural values in your kids, the ones your parents instilled in you, the ones that have been passed down for generations. But at the same time, you don't want them to feel like outsiders, like they don't belong in this new world. You're stuck between wanting them to embrace their roots and wanting them to spread their wings and fly in this new society. It's like trying to explain to your kids why Diwali is a big deal while they're busy prepping for Halloween. You want them to understand the significance of fasting during Ramadan, but they're surrounded by classmates celebrating Pizza Day. It's about finding that sweet spot, that cultural harmony, where they can rock a kurta to a family wedding and crush it in a school play the next day. It's about teaching them to code switch, not because they're ashamed of who they are, but because they're navigating multiple worlds with grace and confidence. Chapter 3. The Education Maze, Navigating the School System. Okay, let's be real. The North American education system, it's a whole other beast. It's like trying to navigate a corn maze, blindfolded, while riding a unicycle. You're trying to figure out parent-teacher conferences, standardized testing, and college applications, all while deciphering a system that might be completely foreign to you. You're trying to advocate for your children, to make sure they have the same opportunities as everyone else. But sometimes it feels like you're speaking a different language, both literally and figuratively. And then, there's the pressure you might feel to push your kids towards certain fields, like medicine or engineering, because those are seen as the safe and successful options. But what about their passions? What about their dreams? It's about finding that balance between honoring your values and supporting your children's aspirations, even if those aspirations lead them down a path you never could have imagined. Chapter 4. The Friend Zone, Social Integration and Belonging. Let's talk about the social jungle that is school. You see your kids trying to fit in, trying to find their tribe, and your heart aches because you know firsthand the sting of being the different one. You see them gravitating towards kids who share their cultural background, and part of you is relieved, but another part of you wants them to branch out, to experience the richness of diversity that North America offers. You want them to have friends from all walks of life, friends who will challenge their perspectives and broaden their horizons. But you also understand the comfort and safety that comes with being surrounded by people who understand your culture, your language, your experiences. It's about teaching your kids to embrace their uniqueness while also encouraging them to step outside their comfort zones and build bridges of understanding with others. Chapter 5. Bridging the Gap, Understanding Generational Differences. And finally, let's address the elephant in the room, the generational gap. You see your kids embracing the culture, the slang, the trends, and part of you cringes because it's so different from how you were raised. You might find yourself saying things like, "Back in my day," more often than you'd like to admit. But here's the thing, your kids are growing up in a different world than you did. They're exposed to different influences, different perspectives, different ways of life. It's important to remember that just because they're doing things differently doesn't mean they're doing them wrong. It's about finding ways to bridge that gap, to have open and honest conversations about your values and your experiences while also respecting their choices and their journey. It's about meeting them where they are and guiding them with love and understanding, even when their choices leave you scratching your head. Outro: the beauty of the blend look. Navigating multicultural parenting in North America is a wild ride. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it's full of unexpected detours, but it's also incredibly rewarding. You're raising the next generation of global citizens, kids who can move seamlessly between cultures, who can bridge divides, and who can bring people together. So, to all the parents out there juggling cultures, languages, and traditions, know that you're not alone. You're part of a beautiful, vibrant community that's shaping the future of this continent. Keep rocking that parent hustle, keep passing on your traditions, and keep raising those awesome, culturally rich kids. Because the world needs more biryani burritos, both literally and metaphorically. Peace out.